Okay, guys, you're welcome to another episode of the Lost Dog. The Lost Dog. This is day four. Day four. So, in today's episode, we discussed about how do dogs cope with lack of food. How do they cope with lack of food? What do you think they will do? They have gotten a leader, so it is now the objective of the leader to make sure that everybody is satisfied. Yes, everybody is satisfied. Even if not everybody is satisfied, at least majority of his followers are satisfied. So that brings us to the question: how do dogs cope with lack of food? How do they cope with lack of food? So yesterday we talked about who will be the leader, who will lead the pack, who will lead the pack, who will the pack choose as their leader. That was our discussion for yesterday, which was day three, and eventually it was it was Chingingaf that won the vote. It was Chingingaf that won because we actually needed an average card. Remember, it was average card. The average card is the one that wins, not the popular card. So today as well, we're discussing about average card. So if you know you are new to our channel and you want to be part of this episode, this series, because we are going to day 42. So this is day 4. If you want to be part of the series, I want you to subscribe to this channel. Just subscribe now. And make sure you like this video. If possible, you can share with your community as well, so that they will understand what they are doing in Lost Dog. So let me quickly go down to the app. So we go through the previous stories and then we talk about today's story. All right. So today we need to know, we are here to decide how do dogs cope with what a lack of food. How do they cope with a lack of food? How will they feed? How will they feed? So let's quickly go and check our regular int link. Click on that link. It will take us to day 4. So we are in day 4, 39 days left. So before that, we have to go to the previous section. Or should I read? Let me read this first. Let's go through this first so that we'll know what we are required to do today. Then we'll check back at the previous episode. So Shingi's first priority was to address the food shortage in the young and rapidly growing settlement. Yes, it's a young settlement because they just moved to that particular location, like they just moved there. So it's a very young settlement and everybody is looking up to him based on the fact that they elected him as their leader. So to boost the morale of his constituents, he stole an idea from Angela Gavkel. Now the idea he stole is that on weekends bones could be swapped at a discount. Now this is not this particular statement I just read now. This idea that he stole from Angela, bones could be swapped at a discount, does not actually means bones will be swapped as a discount. What I understand by that statement is that for this particular game that we are going to be playing, you know, there's a feature inside the game where you can swap your Notcoin for bones, then use that bone to vote. Then if your vote wins, eventually you will get back your Notcoin and a little profit, additional profit. Yes. So the bones that we are swapping, so there is now an hint that you can swap bones at discounts during the weekend. That is what I understand by this particular statement. Although I've not tried, I've not confirmed it. So if you try it and you see that yes, there is a discount for swapping of bone, just drop just comment on the comment section here. Let us understand so that people who don't know we go and try it out themselves as well. So just comment if truly bones are swapped at discount on Lost Dog. So after completing the ceremonial and legal processes for the inauguration of their shift priest, he delivered a speech. Genghis Khan summoned everyone with any idea. If you have an idea at all, he summoned everybody to a council. Now, amidst the backing, while everyone was shouting and backing and all that, one voice stood out, which is Engineer S. Engineer S. Engineer S now recommended 3 basic but an effective solution. Like there are 3 basic solutions towards them getting food. How do they get food? How do they get food? So Engineer S suggested three solutions. He suggested 3 solutions, very simple solution, and it will also be effective. But out of those 3, remember we always have 3 options. So out of the 3, we still need to choose one. Out of the 3, the best fit, we have to choose. And today we are not choosing the most popular one or the most obvious one. Neither are we choosing the one that won't be obvious. Instead, we are going for the average. We are going for the average, meaning that if there is no option at all, at least this option will work now. So we are going for the average. So we are choosing the average card. Now, I also organized a poll. I organized a poll on Twitter. Let me quickly go that. I organized a poll on Twitter. I think I'll be doing that on a daily basis now. I organized a poll on Twitter where people can go there and vote. Then by 10 o'clock tomorrow morning, like by 10 o'clock the next day, before the end of that particular round, because the end of that round, you can quickly go there and check which particular option is leading. Then from there you can decide what you want to vote. So from this particular pool here now, I want people to come. You too, you can come to my Twitter. I'll post the link in this video as well. You can come to my Twitter and select an option for yourself, either hunting, growing corn, or eating box. So you can come to my Twitter and vote as well, so that you can help the community. When you vote, make sure you repost so that other people can also vote, which will also make our voting more effective. Yes, to make our voting more effective. So you can come to my Twitter to vote when you are done with watching this video. So the 3 options that Engineer S gave was that number 1, They should organize regular hunt for wildlife. Regular hunt for wildlife means it's not daily. Regular hunt. They'll be going there once in a while, and it will be scheduled. Okay, well, maybe 3 times in a week, 2 times in a week. They should be going out to hunt for wildlife. Then everybody can eat out of it. When the food level is going down, when the stock level is going down, they'll go back and hunt again and all that. So that was the first suggestion. Now the second recommendation they gave was that they should grow corn, which the local climate is ideal for, like the climate of the place they are. Growing corn is very, very effective there. So he also suggested that to them, that we can also grow corn, and eat from the corn as well. So then the third one is that they should eat bugs. They should eat bugs, which is like insects and ants and all that. They should eat bugs, but it is very unpleasant. It's an unpleasant suggestion, but he's an engineer and he has been given audience, so he has to say whatever he wants to say. So the third option was to eat bugs. It is unpleasant, but indeed bugs are of high protein, so it's beneficial to them if possible. Like if they can make it work, then it's also beneficial for them. So he didn't expect much return from his genius. Just a nice stick. Okay, so that was the three suggestions they gave. That was the three suggestions. So let's go back to our previous episode, which was for the three choice of leader. Let's quickly go through that. Now, a rational approach to decision making based on consideration of efficiency and objectivity. Remember, they needed a leader that will be very efficient in decision making, and which they have elected as well. Which they have elected. Now, this particular leader is now having an issue, the issue of getting food for the community. Now, let's look at the quality of the leader, which is number 2 here. Is the second contestant, Chinggis Gaff. Now, this dog commands fear. So before Engineer Rex can come up to him and say, these are the options I have, he must have thought about it deliberately. And one other thing about it is that he commands fear and respect with cold-blooded stare. Like, he doesn't talk much. So he also generously rewards allies and mercilessly punish adversary. So he gives reward and he gives punishment for whoever deserves it. So that's the kind of leader they have. So for Engineer Rex to have come up and give that suggestion, it means that those suggestions are valid and they are suggestions that will work. Like the three of them will work. The three options he gave will work for the community. It will work. But now we need to choose the average option. So that brings us back to our current task. What should we choose? What should we choose? What will be the solution to their feeding issue, like to them having shortage of food? What should be the solution? Should they go for regular hunting? Should they grow corn, or should they eat bugs? Which of them should they do? It is now left for the community to vote. So community vote. Let me go back to our votes. So this is the three options that we have. Number 1, hunting. If you want to go for hunting, just come to my Twitter handle that I posted earlier. Select hunting. Hunting and corn, they actually compete here. So just come here, select hunting. If you are going for, you can go for number 2, which is growing of corn. Then, if you are the type that likes protein, then you can come back to eating of bugs. So out of these three options, you are required to choose one. Just come here, choose one. Then by 10 o'clock tomorrow, which is 10 a.m. By 10 o'clock tomorrow, you can come and choose based on people's vote, based on your vote, based on what the community have voted. Then you now come back to choose. So me, I'm waiting. I'll wait for the poll to count down up to 10 o'clock because I ended it by, I set the time so that it will end by 10 tomorrow morning. Remember, our voting end by 12 on the Telegram app, on Lost Dog app, the mini app. So it ends by 10. So it ends by 12, sorry to say. So by 10 o'clock in the morning, you can come back to our Twitter based on the community votes, and also you must have voted too, so that you will get an idea of what the community is actually talking about. So just come here. If by tomorrow growing corn is number 2 or hunting is number 2, then we choose number 2 and we are done. We are done. If it works, fine. If it doesn't work, fine. Remember, I want you to always put this at the back of your mind. Remember, there is no answer to the question they are asking. The answer will depend on the community's choice. It will depend on how the community votes. So voting is what gives answer. So if the community votes rightly, then the answer will be right. If the community votes wrongly, the answer will be wrong. Like I said earlier, these 3 options will work in the community. The 3 options will work in terms of feeding the dogs. The 3 options will work. They can go for hunting, wildlife. They will get wildlife. That one is sure. Number 2, growing corn. When they grow corn, they will be bountiful harvest because the climate supports it. So that one is sure. Then the third one, eating of bugs. If they can fetch for bugs, they will get it, and it will also serve the community. So the 3 options are correct. But now, which option will the community go for? That is what they want. So you have to go for the community option. You have to look at the community option. So I think that brings us to the end of this particular episode. So if you have not been part of the show before, you can go back and watch the previous 2 episodes, day 3 and day 2. You can go back and watch. Day one, I just gave us an introduction of what the game is all about. I think I'll also be posting another overview of some major features here, how we can swap not for bones, how we can boost for stars, and how we can earn more bonus and wolf. So there are so many things here we can do. But I think I'll post a separate video for that. And so just watch out for my video. Just watch out for my video. So for now, see you guys tomorrow. See you guys tomorrow. I want to see you vote. I want to see you vote. I want to see you vote. You can also join our WhatsApp group. The link will be in the description. WhatsApp group, link is in the description. Telegram channel, link in the description. Then the poll for this particular vote. The poll is there. Go to Twitter. Follow the link on this description to take it to Twitter. The particular post on Twitter. Then you vote. Then you vote. So that is it for that. See you guys tomorrow. See you guys tomorrow.